My boys, we are back with a brand new video. Before we get into it, I got to do my shout out of the day. In yesterday's video, I asked y'all, what is your favorite dynamic duo in NBA history? Not the best, your favorite. And my favorite comment comes from this boy right here because he got it right. The Hornets will make the playoffs next year. So before last season started, I made like 30 videos. I made 30 videos with a friend of mine named Josh on his channel, the NBA Preview. I'll put the link in the description to the playlist. I made some bad NBA predictions. I did have the Hornets making the playoffs over some other teams, but I don't think they're going to make it next year unless they make some big adjustments, and they really can't. Kemba Walker's getting paid. Nicholas Batum signed a $20 million contract. They don't really have cap space to go get like a big name free agent. They do have a lottery pick this year, but whoever they draft is not going to come in and be an automatic, automatic success. They're not going to help the team out immediately. Actually, we could take a look at the NBA standings from last year or this season. Out of the 8 teams that made the playoffs, who do I see not making it? And we're going to try to substitute the Hornets. I don't see anything. Celtics going to be there. Cavs going to be there. Raptors, Wizards, Hawks, Bucks, Pacers, Bulls. I can see all them teams being there. And then you throw the Miami Heat into the mix because I thought they deserved it more than my Bulls, to be honest with you. So no, I don't think that the Hornets are going to get the next leap. I really wanted them to make the playoffs last year, but I don't think they will next year either. LeBron is better than MJ. Ooh, hot takes right here. Nah, he's not. I don't like comparing players, especially players from 2 different eras who play 2 different positions. It's impossible. People that try to make this comparison, you're wasting your time because there is no right answer. But I'm gonna go with no. I think LeBron is probably the most complete NBA player in NBA history. Does that make him better than Jordan, who has all the accolades, all the scoring titles and stuff? We can have the entire video discussing this. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna say no, okay? Just no. Klay Thompson will leave the Warriors this offseason. No, because he can't unless they trade him, which doesn't make sense. Why would you trade Klay Thompson? But if you're talking about when his contract is up with the Warriors, do I think he's going to leave? Damian Lillard thinks, no, not Damian Lillard. CJ McCollum thinks he's going to leave and go get his own team. And I think this next year is really going to determine that. Klay Thompson, he doesn't seem like the type who minds being the third option. At least this season, I didn't see a single moment. I mean, I didn't watch every single second, but there was no moments where, the media was like, Klay's unhappy being a third option. He seems okay, especially if they're winning. So do I think he's going to leave this offseason? No, because he literally can't. But after that, it's a big throw up. I wouldn't be surprised if he did leave because some players, they want to do stuff on their own. They want to have their own team. But I don't know if Klay Thompson's that dude. So I'm going to say he's going to be with the Warriors as long as the Warriors want him to be there. Hassan Whiteside will be a future superstar. I don't really know, man. Okay, so he's 27 years old. Usually players hit their peak between 28 and 32. That's when people reach their max potential most of the time, and then after 32 people start to decline. This is the way it goes universally around the NBA. Do I think that Hassan Whiteside is going to hit a next step next season? I really don't know. What else could he add? A jump shot? I mean, his offensive game is not amazing, so maybe he gets better back to the basket, a better jump shot. But a superstar, I never can see Hassan Whiteside as a superstar. He may surprise me. I like Hassan Whiteside, not just because of what he does on the court, but he's a character. If you ain't got Hassan Whiteside added on Snapchat, you missing out, because the dude giving you comedy all day. LeBron will leave the Cavs. No, I don't think that's gonna happen. But I've been wrong 2 out of 2 times. I didn't think he was going to leave Cleveland to go to Miami, and I didn't think he was going to leave Miami to go back to Cleveland. I was wrong 2 out of 2 times. I may be wrong a 3rd time. For me, it just doesn't seem like there's a reason to leave. The reason he left Cleveland the first time is because literally the front office didn't know what they were doing. They were throwing money out to places, and those people were not coming to help the team. So he's like, you know what? If I really want to win, these guys just aren't doing it for me. So let me go to Miami. I get 2 out of 4 rings. And at that point, he's like, okay, now I want to go back home and do something for my city. Then he went back. What's the reason to go to LA? Like the rumors say he wants to go to LA. Why? I just don't think it's going to happen. Kevin Durant will stay with the Warriors. I think he would. I mean, in the interviews after the championship, he said this one feels good, but the next one's going to feel better. I'm guessing he means the next one with the Warriors. I don't think he means the next one with the 76ers, you know? So I do think he's going to stay here for, you know, same thing, as long as he can, long as Klay Thompson can, as long as Draymond Green can. I think all these guys are very happy with their current situation. And all four of those guys, if they continue to do their thing for the next 2 to 3 years, all four of those guys may be Hall of Famers. For sure, Steph Curry's a Hall of Famer. For sure, Kevin Durant's already a Hall of Famer. Klay Thompson, he's up there. Draymond Green may be up there depending on how these next couple seasons go. But I think all of them are happy with their situation. They all seem like good friends, like there's no animosity in the locker room. So they'll be fine. Paul George is past his prime. No, I think I said earlier what the prime in NBA is, 28 to 32. He's 27, so he's literally about to enter his prime. And last season, he averaged the most amount of points he's ever did, so I don't get the idea of him being past his prime if he just hit career-high numbers. No. He's good for a couple more years for sure. Part 4. This is asking whether or not we think that the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors will go for a rematch number 4. Okay. I'm going to go with yes. A very loose yes. Because there are some teams in the East that I honestly think, depending on what happened this offseason, that can honestly challenge the Cavaliers. In the West, nobody's challenging that Golden State Warriors team for a couple more years. I mean, the Spurs maybe, but not. I'm still not even convinced that they can win more than 2 games in a 7-game series. So, okay, the reason I say there may be teams in the East, teams like Boston, they have a lot of cap space. Well, maybe not a lot of cap space, but they have enough cap space to sign a nice free agent this year. They have this first overall pick that we just don't know what they're going to do with it just yet. So they have potential to get better. And, I mean, they took a game from the Cavs. I mean, that's a start. Maybe next year they take 4, you know. So, but I'm still putting my money on the Cavs. So, yeah, give me part 4. KD deserves finals MVP and winning the championship. Yes and yes. I'll never be the person to tell somebody else they didn't deserve something, especially when you work for it. If you work for something, you 100% deserve it. Did he do it the best way? Did he do it the way that fans wanted him to get his first ring? No. But the guy was a monster the entire season. The guy was a monster in the playoffs. The guy was a monster in the finals. You can't tell me he doesn't deserve it because he went to join another team. 100% he deserves it. I think that if Kevin Durant's not on that Golden State Warrior team, we may have went to another Game 7 that the Cavs won. Kevin Durant put that team over the hump, man. So he deserves it 100%. I'm never going to take nobody else's credit from them because the guy balled out. The Warriors deserve their 5th championship. And I'm strolling through the comments of this Instagram page, and some people are saying no. That doesn't make sense to me. And here's why. The Golden State Warriors did what any GM or any team wants their team to do. They drafted incredible. Steph Curry, number 7, right? So that's not even like a top 5 pick. Klay Thompson, number 11 in 2011. And then Draymond Green in the 2nd round. They drafted incredible. And then why not try to bring the 2nd best player in the league to your team? If you have the opportunity to make your team better, you do that. So did they deserve it? Yes, because they played their cards right and they outplayed the league. Derek's number will be retired by the Bulls. No, Chicago Bulls only have 6 numbers retired, and there are many years of history. Only 6. Derrick Rose, yes, he won an MVP, but what else did he do to warrant him getting his jersey retired? Not much. I mean, not much. His prime was really short because of injuries. So because of that, I don't think his jersey will be retired. I do think we're going to honor him in the future. Once he's retired and everything, we will honor him in Chicago, but not with his number being retired. The Sixers will make the playoffs in 2 years. Wow, that's a bold prediction. No, I don't think they will. But I mean, there's a legitimate possibility. Here's why I say no. Joel Embiid, yes, he may be great or good. He's not great just yet. I'm not completely convinced that he can stay healthy for an entire season. We really don't know what Ben Simmons is at all. Like we have no idea how good Ben Simmons is going to be. They have a draft pick this year, I think number 3, and they're talking about trading up to number 1. So we got to figure out who they draft in 2 years. How good would that player be? There are too many variables that go into this. So I'm going to go with no. If we're talking about just their core right now, I don't think that core is good enough to make the playoffs in 2 years, but it could happen. The NBA would change their logo. Nah, there have been amazing players to come in and out since Jerry West, and if they haven't changed the NBA logo to the Jumpman or a LeBron or Kobe or whatever, they probably will never change it. Even though I think Jerry West is the one. Jerry West said that he didn't want to be the logo anymore, right? Don't matter. He's the logo. If you change it, then you gotta it would be just a huge disaster. All right, so don't change the logo. Do not change the logo. All right, boys, we're gonna end it off right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. For tomorrow's shout out, first you gotta leave a like, and second, comment down below. This is gonna be a stretch. Just hang in there. It'll make sense in a second. What superhero ability? I know it's an NBA channel. We're talking about superhero abilities. Would you like to help improve your basketball play? So we made it come all together. Thank y'all so much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. Peace.